Date, time, and temperature. Saturday, February 8th, 2025, 8:21 a.m. at 23 degrees. Gonna run inside of Dusk, grab myself some breakfast before we start today's detour. For today's detour, you and I have traveled back to Salem, Massachusetts to experience the annual Salem So Sweet Chocolate and Ice Sculpture Festival 2025. Always a good time walking around. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt, trying to find all the ice sculptures that the city of Salem has to offer. I believe this year there are 28 or 29 ice sculptures. Some were unveiled last night. Some will be unveiled today. As for the chocolate aspect of this So Sweet Chocolate and Ice Sculpture Festival, I'm not too sure what goes on with that. I don't usually partake in the chocolate part of this festival. I think a bunch of businesses have different special chocolates to sell. Who knows? If I come across a piece of chocolate that looks like it's delicious, I'll grab that piece of chocolate. I'll pay for it, of course, and then I'll grab that piece of chocolate. Unless, of course, it's on the ground, then I won't be eating that chocolate. With that being said, join me as I show you the sights, the sounds, the smells, and the tastes of the Salem So Sweet Chocolate and Ice Sculpture Festival 2025. Temperatures were in the 20s last night. Today it's going to be a high of 33 degrees, so there's a excellent chance that all of the ice sculptures that are here today are, well, still going to be here by the end of the day. Uh-oh, we got some Salem FD action down below us. We have come across our first ice sculpture of the day. This is number 19. We're not going in order. We're just going, well, I parked in the garage. This is the closest one to the garage. This one is brought to you by Die With Your Boots On, and it's entitled Skull and Boots. Again, from Die With Your Boots On. You can find Die With Your Boots On right over here outside of the Witch City Mall. The website said all of the ice sculptures should be up today by noontime, and they'll be illuminated tonight at 5 p.m. So I'll be here until the evening, checking out the ice sculptures during the daytime, and again when they're illuminated at night. But this is pretty cool, right? Our next ice sculpture is over here outside of Turner Seafood. It's ice sculpture number 18, and it appears to be a couple of shrimp. Here's the Haps on Essex Street. I think it's around 11 a.m. Everybody's out here partaking in the scavenger hunt known as the Ice Sculpture Festival. Located outside of the Hotel Salem is our next ice sculpture. And this ice sculpture is entitled Dog. Just simple. It's a dog wearing a witch hat. This dog is ice sculpture number 3 on the map. That's also ice sculpture number 3 on our journey today on this little scavenger hunt of ice sculptures. Outside of Ascend is our next ice sculpture. This one is entitled Candy Conversation Hearts. Across the street outside of the trolley depot, you can find our next ice sculpture. There's the title. It's Salem Trolley, and it's brought to you by the Salem Trolley Expo. And as you can see, it's a trolley. Brought to you by St. Jean's Credit Union. Over here we have the Piggy Bank in ice form. Brought to you by Creative Collective. This is entitled Love Letter Picture Frame. As you can see, it's an ice picture frame with a love letter. Outside of my favorite witch shop here in Salem, Bewitch in Salem, is another ice sculpture. And check this thing out. It's called Catacombs. Again, brought to you by Bewitched in Salem. I'm seeing some more ice over here outside of Salem Dental Arts. How many times can I say ice sculpture in this video? Take a drink for every time, right, huh? Take a mystery shot for every time. This is Smile, brought to you by Salem Dental Arts. As you can see, it's a mouth, lips, teeth. With some pretty good teeth. I'm missing my buddy Salem Jack. Usually this is where he's standing in the month of October, also September. They should just get like an ice sculpture of Salem Jack right out here, don't you think? Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery is closed for the season, unfortunately, so we can't go in there and check out that amazing museum or the gift shop. But it'd be great if they had like an ice sculpture of like the creature from the Black Lagoon out here, right? Unfortunately, no ice sculpture outside of Rockefellers. How great would it be if they had a big ice sculpture version of a mystery shot and perhaps maybe an ice sculpture of me? Yes, that would be fantastic if there was an ice sculpture of a mystery shot out front, but unfortunately there's not, so we'll have to go inside for that mystery shot. Good to see Victor over here still serving those mystery shots. Mystery shot, gonna give it that smell test. Smells good. Ooh, smells better than anything they had here in October. Let's give it that taste test. Let's get Victor with the double shot. Shh, don't tell anybody. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I gotta finish this beer. They're gonna head out and head right across the street, say hello to Samantha from Bewitched, and then I got a couple more ice sculptures right over there next to Samantha. All right, it's great seeing my friend Victor. It was great seeing my friend the Mystery Shot. Let's head across the street and see my good friend Samantha. Good afternoon, Sam. It's always great to see you. I hope you're not catching a little cold out here during the Ice Sculpture Festival. According to the Salem So Sweet map, this is ice sculpture number 2. It's titled Viking, and it's brought to you by Salem State University. If you're following the So Sweet map, this is ice sculpture number 1. It's entitled Crystal Snowflake, brought to you by Laura Lane Skincare. Yeah, we're gonna come back here at night and see this thing illuminated. So we got a couple ice sculptures out here outside of Harrison's Comics. So this ice sculpture over here is brought to you by Harrison's Comics, and it's Snoopy. Who doesn't love Snoopy, right? Whoa, 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 be careful. Don't back into this ice sculpture. Brought to you by Journey Masters. It's the world. As you can see, it's a globe with a airplane flying around it. No ice sculptures over here, but I had to show you this window. This thing's sick. We have come across another ice sculpture outside of Witch City Wicks. If you're following the map, this is number 14 on the ice sculpture map. Possibly number 1 in our hearts. And it's a gargoyle. Nice. I love this window over here at the Black Veil. Check it out. The Witch House. Almost looks like Michael Myers at the Witch House, which happens to be right next door to us. Oh, we definitely have to come back here at night, because check this out. Look at that ice sculpture of the cat out here in front of the Witch House. Past years, they had an ice sculpture of a witch right over here outside of Blackcraft Colt. Not this year, but we're still gonna step inside and see Salem's largest witch. Thank you for keeping it spooky 365. Look at that witch, and I'm hearing the voice of another witch out here today.
That's so random.
What is
my
it?
jacket, I found a bottle of Zippo lighter.
You smoke?
No.
No.
A follower gave me a lighter.
Okay, well they tried to light you on fire?
Yes.
Cause that's an old urban legend. They don't light.
They don't burn witches.
They don't burn witches out here.
Take this. How you doing?
Man, not even close to Halloween. I have no clue that you're even out here. I just wandered upon you today.
You don't read my social media.
Well,
You don't look in the crystal ball.
No, I didn't.
Guess where I was 2 weeks ago?
Florida?
Disney.
No, you weren't.
Yes, it was.
And why didn't you invite me?
I was there for a week.
You know you can't go to Disney without inviting me. Seriously, what are you out here today for?
Well, Kristen, he wrote a book.
Okay.
A Valentine's Day book. And we're here. Bora's in there, and we're signing the book.
Really?
Yes, it's about Salem and all the love nuggets.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you were too much of a Valentine's Day
No, I'm
person,
not.
right?
But I do have a Valentine. Look, I have my dress on. Got hearts there.
Look at you. Wow.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Want to go on a date?
Bora!
How are you?
The blackmail worked. You got here.
The blackmail.
So in this wonderful book here, it's the 3rd book in the series. So this is the Valentine's Day. It has a bunch of hidden Valentine's Day movie Easter eggs from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Say Anything, 16 Candles. It has this person in here.
Uh-oh.
Person.
Uh-oh.
Not a person.
Sorry, not
That's
a person.
a person.
That's a person, not a person. It also has the Good Witch of Salem. And we
Person.
show how they're preparing to spend Valentine's Day. And in this one, you find out which witch ends up with which monster.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just a holiday fun book for Valentine's Day, for lovers, and for Bora.
Yeah.
And Duncan's in it too, the fur ball.
And the little Duncan.
And so this is the 3rd book in the series, you said?
It is. So it goes Halloween, Christmas, and then Valentine's Day.
Excellent. If you're out in Salem and you wanted to take a tour of the Blackcraft Haunt off season, you can definitely take that tour. There'll be no scare actors, but you can walk through all of the different rooms that are out here at the Blackcraft Haunt. This is a amazing haunt. I love this site. I've taken it twice since they've opened the last 2 years. Since I'm inside Blackcraft, I might have to grab myself a Blackcraft coffee. They actually have the Bora blend over here. This Blackcraft coffee is quite popular. A lot of people out here waiting in line for coffee. Coffee made from a cauldron. Sorry, Bora, I skipped your Bora's brew and got myself an Americana. Ice sculpture, hot coffee. It's good coffee. Outside of Moon's gift shop, we have our next ice sculpture, which happens to be a moon and some stars. If you're following along on the map, it's number 17. It's just about 2 p.m. here on Essex Street. I'm seeing people wearing witch hats. I'm seeing people out here walking around enjoying the ice sculptures. There's a musician over here.
We were drunk and troubleshooting.
Joe Sachs! Joe Sachs! Happy New Year, my man!
How you doing? Happy New Year.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too.
I got distracted by Joe Sachs and almost missed this ice sculpture over here brought to you by Witch Picks. Check this thing out, huh? It's an ice cauldron. If you're following along on the map, it's number 8. The cauldron brought to you again by Witch Picks. It appears that the Peabody Essex Museum has an ice sculpture over here outside their doors. And it looks to be a whale's tail. It looks like there's some kind of a whale exhibit out here at the Peabody Essex Museum. Come check that out. Right outside the Halloween Museum is an ice sculpture which is totally fitting for this establishment. Check this thing out, huh? The Halloween Museum brings to you the pumpkin. I don't think I've ever seen a pumpkin in ice sculpture form. That's wild. Let's travel over here past the Roger Conant statue over to the Salem Witch Museum and see what they have for an ice sculpture. It appears that we have a ice witch outside of the Salem Witch Museum. I didn't come back and check out all these ice sculptures in the nighttime. I'm sure they're popping with the color, usually illuminated in red or blue. But this is the daytime hapter over here. I don't see an ice sculpture outside of Crowhaven Witch Shop or the Old Main Street Pub, but I definitely hear a band over there. Let's go check out the Charter Street Cemetery in the snow. Sad trombone moment. The cemetery is closed due to unsafe conditions. I guess you don't want to be in there slipping on some ice and hit your head off a tombstone. This is like literally all ice out here. But I could definitely give you a look from outside the cemetery. The next stop on this ice sculpture scavenger hunt is over here to the Salem Waterfront Hotel, where they have a majestic sailboat. Look at that thing, huh? Again, if you're following along according to this map, this is sculpture number 24. It's down here at the Salem Waterfront Hotel, which is obviously down here by the Salem Waterfront. Our next stop is over here to Coven, where I see another ice sculpture. This ice sculpture is number 26 on the map. It's entitled Black Flame Candle. If you guys are a fan of Hocus Pocus, then you know what I'm talking about here. Oh, I bet this thing looks awesome at night when it's all lit up. Across the street from Coven and right next to Longboards is Circle of Stitches, where we have come across yet another ice sculpture. This one's entitled Halloween Cat. Meow. It's been a few hours since our last beer. I think since we're down here at Longboards, might as well go in there and get an ice cold beer. Actually, I don't know. The bar looks absolutely packed today. Cheers. What the hell am I watching? Check this out. It's on ESPN. What is that? It's like kids going down like an ice luge. They're wearing helmets and they're like hitting the wall at the end. This is crazy. This is a sport that I could have done and probably excelled at. Look at these two. Look at this. And it looks like people are like throwing like volleyballs at them as they go down the hill. All right, according to my calculations, I have 5 more ice sculptures to seek and, well, not seek and destroy, seek out and, of course, document. For our next ice sculpture, we had to leave Longboards and then head over this bridge over here towards Pickering Wharf, which brings us over here to Stardust, which kind of looks like the witch house a little bit, right? Here is ice sculpture number 23, if you're following along on the map. It is Heart and T-Rex, brought to you by Stardust and Heart Links. Again, it's right outside of Stardust. It's awesome. There's love of T-Rex. These nice people just came out of the establishment and said this is actually the front of the ice sculpture. Gives a little bit more depth. Yeah, okay. Still looks like a T-Rex. Right over here is the safest section of Salem as it's patrolled by police bots. I've come to one of my favorite bars here in the city of Salem. It's the Bit Bar. It's a bar / arcade. My friend Melissa's working tonight. What are you making?
We're gonna smoke some shit. Not some shit. We're gonna smoke a very nice maple old fashioned. So what you do here, you turn this on and you light it on fire. And then you cover it up. And see, it's not smoky. It's not smoke.
I want the smoke!
Smell that?
Yeah, I can.
And then, there you go. Well done.
All I asked for was a ginger ale.
That's not what happens at Bippa. We don't even have ginger ale. Here you go. Bottoms up.
Thank you, Melissa. This smells like a log on fire, as Melissa said. It smells like a campfire in your mouth. You know when you go to Epcot and you go through Spaceship Earth and you can smell Rome is burning? This smells just like Rome is burning at Epcot. Gonna go for the taste. Ooh.
Is it?
Was that an old fashioned?
Yeah, it's a maple old fashioned.
I probably shouldn't have chugged it, right? I probably should have sipped on
Yeah,
it.
no.
The 3 haunts here on Liberty Street not open and operational. The Salem Witch Village, Frankenstein's Castle, the Salem Wax Museum. I'm walking up Artist Row and I see a ice sculpture right across the street from us. All right, the ice sculpture is starting to be illuminated. Over here is the turtle, brought to you by the Whimsy Sweet Life. Okay. Number 21 on your scavenger hunt map is Mouse, brought to you by the Jenny Stewart Fine Jewelry. These are a couple mices. Mouse? Nothing to do with ice sculptures, but this window is pretty fantastic. Oh, they're selling some Girl Scout cookies out here, so I definitely have to buy some Girl Scout cookies. All right, so I got some peanut butter cookies and some French toast cookies. Nice. I want to step back over here to the Salem Witch Museum and check out the ice sculpture at night. And at a closer look at this ice sculpture, I was completely wrong of its title. It's clearly Glinda, the Good Witch from Wicked. Yeah, it's Glinda. And this is clearly the most popular ice sculpture out here at the Ice Sculpture Festival. Well, maybe. I thought there was an ice sculpture out here outside of Fatty's Cookies. Apparently not. I do love some Fatty's Cookies, though. I'm gonna have to get myself a cookie flight out here. I see a strawberry milkshake fatty, a chocolate disaster fatty, and an oatmeal Carmelo fatty. Let's do them all. I'm gonna grab myself a cookie flight, one of each. Yes, give me some cookies. But over here, I got my my cookie flight. I don't know what shirt. What is this? This is definitely that strawberry cookie. Well, that's going to be it for this detour documenting the Salem So Sweet Chocolate and Ice Sculpture Festival 2025. It was a fun day seeing some of my Salem friends who I see most of the time in September and October. It's fun seeing them here in the off season. It was also fun getting to meet detour viewers. Thank you guys so much for stopping me here in the streets of Salem or perhaps in a bar and wanted to say hi and get a selfie. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the content. Well, that's going to be it for this detour documenting the Salem Ice Sculpture Festival 2025. If you enjoyed this Salem content, I invite you to check out my Salem playlist here on my YouTube channel. You know what to do next. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps more people see the video. Leave a comment down below. I always answer all the comments. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to Detours. Click that red subscribe button. While you're clicking away, click that small bell. It'll give you instant notification every single time I upload a brand new detour. I invite you to check me out on social media. I'm on Instagram at Derek Millen, DerekMillen. I also have a Facebook group, Derek Millen's Detours. Stay tuned because we have big changes coming to Detours. I'm going to give a big thanks and a shout out to those Detour viewers that help support the channel financially by donating to my Patreon page. Big shout out to Karen O'Reilly, Marshall Brown, Peter Jargalos, Dane Lavender, Steve Davis, C. Marie, David Goldman, Matthew Harton, Megan Milliman, Steve Brady, Emilio Flores, Danielle Benedenti, Jeff Knutson, Hubie Dubois, McMallow, Brian Dugan, Ron Crocker, Stephen Shirley, Ben Smith, Vesper and Ollie Anderson, Senior U-Team, Bitchy Witch and Spooky, Jonathan Sheely, Joel Riendo, James Himmelman, Tenacious Day, Girl Meets History, Runty and Mr. Beanie, Joe and Stacy, Steve White, Bill Lutz, Richard Clacka, Zombie Joe, Keith and Don Gagne, John Bryson, Taylor and Courtney Wingard, Jenny Cooper, the Pierce family, John Nelson, John and Mel, Jesse DeStasio, Renee Gunther, Dan Hanlon, Michael Hawk, the Rebecca Sniffen family, Tom Fallon, George Lopez, Will Lewison, Courtney and Jordan, David Coca, Trey and Ginny, James Cooper, Alexandra and Frank, the Deans, Juan and Letty Martinez, Misty Dawn Wagner, Lori Schoenhard, Danielle Burns, and Devin and Shannon Gores. Thank you all so much for your generous donations. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are the biggest fans. You're the guys are the best fans. And, of course, I wish you a happy, a healthy, and a wicked fun 2025. And, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next detour.